Hey guys, what's going on? Scott here at the Furriers channel coming at you with another video, and today we are going to take a look at the new Masters of the Universe trailer. It's been a lot of news coming out, news in our feed on Facebook, Instagram, all that kind of good stuff, YouTube. Um, we had the sneak peek earlier this week, which was really short, very retro looking, throwback, definitely trying to touch the soft spot in people our age, probably more of the age group from like 35 to 50, 60 years old. So definitely pretty excited about it. I wanted to do something on the sneak preview or the little teaser trailer, whatever. But obviously, it was a weekday, busy with work, doing stuff. By the time I got home, I'm just like, ugh. So, and I knew the preview was coming out soon, so I was like, well, we'll go and do it this weekend. We'll take a look at it, which I have taken a look at it, and it looks really good. So, very CGI. Hopefully, this is stuff that'll kind of be maybe tightened up before the movie actually comes out, so it won't be till summer. Um, Obviously, for me, this is big because I grew up with He-Man. I got He-Man action figures before I saw the cartoon. The first figures I ever got were He-Man and Teela in a little 2-pack box that my mother got me. It was mailed from Sears, I think, or something like that. But that was my introduction to it. And then the cartoon came, and pretty much the rest is history. I religiously watched the cartoon from the 80s. Obviously, I loved watching She-Ra because He-Man ended. They kind of just, I don't know, they're like, well, that's it. I think it was like 2 seasons. So we had She-Ra. There was some tie-in every now and then with He-Man on there. Very few times had the Christmas special. They had the like kind of the movie, TV movie, the introducing She-Ra, which I loved. I loved. Obviously, I said I loved She-Ra. I watched it religiously, and then we got around 86 or 87. We got Masters of the Universe, the movie, which was kind of a big letdown for a lot of us due to limitations for it and the direction they went, where it's predominantly on Earth. Didn't hardly get to see hardly any Eternia. You could probably clock in Eternia maybe 15 minutes for the whole movie. That's just a guesstimation. You can say down below exactly. But we all as fans have seen the movie. We know the limitations. We know how it came up short. It's not the greatest movie, but we accept it for what it is now. I remember back when it came out, we had this, and then we got what we got in the movie, which was a pretty big departure. We got somewhat of a merman. We got He-Man, Man at Arms, Teela, uh, the Beast Man they had, and obviously just a Skeletor, Evelyn. Um, so the Skeletor, though, the design in that was really good in that movie for the time. So the movie was a little lacking. I just rewatched it the other night, and it's still the same as it was, obviously. My biggest complaint is always at the end when Courtney Cox wakes up in the bed, then her brother wakes up down the street or wherever he was. She's in her nighty night and runs out, and he knows that the parents are there because why, we don't know. So I don't know. I'm trying to wrap my brain around it. I'm just like, why? It, why did they go back? And it's like really weird. I don't know. It's almost like they went back and then like as soon as they got back, they were so tired they fell asleep, and then she woke up. But yada yada. So that ending always bothers me, and I don't know. It is what it is. I still watch it every year. I watch bad movies. I still watch Supergirl. I don't care how bad it is. And Superman: The Quest for Peace. Those movies are bad, but I loved them as a kid. I don't care what you say about Superman being able to build walls with his eyes. I wasn't going to try to explain it then. I just accepted that that was a new power he had. So, but that's kind of what we had then. And then after that, we had that futuristic kind of He-Man thing they tried doing, where it was just He-Man, I think, was a title for it, with Skeletor, with cybernetics, and kind of in the future thing. Super weird to me. I never got the figures. I never watched whatever content they had of that. Then we jumped to some years later, and we had 2000X, which I didn't watch when it came out. I knew of it. Um, I vaguely remember seeing the figures. I never collected any of the figures from that line. As a kid, this line was the one I had, and obviously I don't have any of the originals. Never had a Castle Grayskull, Snake Mountain. The only thing I had playset wise was probably the Snake Pit. Had a few vehicles, but had an abundance of figures. The closest I had to a Castle Grayskull was like this little tent my mom had bought me. It was basically whatever plastic it was made out of, and the inside frame was like a tent frame, and it kind of was the shape of a kind of castle-ish, but the front of it opened, and it looked like the front was Castle Grayskull. So that was my Castle Grayskull. It was really big. I did have a Point Dread. Wouldn't sit on that Castle Grayskull though because it was round. So had that. Like I said, none of the new stuff there after with the 2000X. I've partaked in watching some of it quite a few years after it had been out. Then we were kind of dead in the water for a while for Masters of the Universe fans. There was always lingerings of them doing a movie for many, 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 many years. The same with Thundercats. I remember seeing people on the internet back then, which was dial up. You would look up movies that might be possibly coming out, like He-Man was one, Thundercats. We never got Thundercats anything. Got a few new shows. Never got into those. Always loved the original. So we had the 2000, back to the cartoons though. We had that 2000X, and I got into some comic books. A lot of the one-offs with like Trapjaw, Triclops, Keldor, the backstory of him, and like Skeletor, obviously, and some of the DC stuff they did with Masters of the Universe. So had some really good books that from DC. A lot of good artwork that they did with that. So we had that. Then we got the Netflix series, which to me, I love the Kevin Smith cartoon that they did. Had a lot of complaints from other people because there wasn't enough He-Man in it. It's more Teela centric. I love Teela, so that's okay with me. Although I would enjoy more He-Man too, but it is what it is. It was a new He-Man, something that was actually good. And the next season, I loved it. I love that He-Man and Teela got together finally, and they kissed at the end. I thought that was really good. The show's good enough. I've watched the first season 3 times. I watched the second season 2 times. Full sit through. Obviously it's pretty easy to sit through and watch all of it. So I love it. Then we had the CGI animated show that was. I tried watching it. It just wasn't for me. My kids didn't like it. They never got into watching it. I collected some of the figures for that line, and I don't know. I didn't watch the show enough to get into it. And I tried to get into it, but it just wasn't for me. That we have the power and all this stuff, and everyone kind of gets the powers. Uh, so I bought my son a few of those figures, hoping he'd get into it. Never did. I kept all mine sealed, and I sold. I didn't get much for them because they weren't much. I think they were like $11 or $12 a pop with that line. I will say the one figure I did like on that one was that Battle Cat. I kind of wish I would have kept the line because I really didn't get much for it. I might have enjoyed it later to hang it up, but I don't really have space as it is because we do have the Origins line, the cartoon. I do collect those. We got the Masterverse, New Eternia, the cartoon Masterverse figures. Man, that sucker, it's just whew. So it's a lot of stuff to collect for Masters of the Universe. We even got our classics. I got some classic stuff. which I don't hardly have any of that out. I mainly just have the origins and the cartoon stuff, and I'm rambling on and on and on. And we are going to get to the preview, and we're going to watch it together and see what we think about it. And I will say that I really believe that this is going to be more. I'm hoping that kids will see it and enjoy it too. It'll be that kind of movie. I'm hoping that we get some sequels. Um, I just hope it does good. So let's go ahead and check it out and see what we got going on here. We'll probably pause throughout it. I don't know what the rules are if you got a preview playing all the way through. So we'll see how it goes.
All that stuff that only exists in legends and bedtime stories.
Castle Grayskull looks really good. Eternia looks good. And the sword looks really good. I'm glad they went with the way the sword's supposed to look. So I will say that.
Where I come from, that stuff.
I guess the sorceress was there. The kid they played, Young Adam, looks good. The guy playing Adam and He-Man looks really good too.
Why did you send me away? I wanted you to be safe.
So obviously, we know that Adam's mother is in the. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they'll go along with what they have done in the comics and the cartoon. She is originally from Earth, so I guess something happens and they have to send him away to keep him safe. Maybe I'm guessing the sword's there because at one point we see the sword on Earth with him, like hidden somehow or another. We don't know. I don't care to know now. I want to save it for when the movie comes out, but that's kind of cool.
Place I need that they never find you.
Yep. And here we go with that. I've seen people already posted about his little name tag that says he, him. It's kind of a ha-ha because his name's He-Man, and then you kind of got the pronoun thing going, which I have no idea about. I'm old, and that's way past me. That's for young folk stuff. Anytime I see that in any kind of application or anything I fill in online, I just kind of bypass it because I just figure I'm obviously would, yeah. So, but anyways, I get it's kind of haha, whatever. It's funny, but let's not take it to a negative place to where we're just going to hate on the movie all of a sudden it's woke. So I know people like to throw that term around. I get tired of hearing it. I get tired of hearing all the complaining. There are bad movies that have been coming out. They're just bad. Let's just chalk it up to that, and hopefully we'll get some good stuff with this. Hopefully this is going to be really good. So we'll kind of move on here.
Nerd stuff and sword things. It's not a good look for human resources.
Yeah, sword is found. I don't know who sent him that.
I know it sounds crazy.
And I like the way
He's gonna show me the way home.
I like the way he's kind of going into like an antique store and there's a lot of toys, and then there's like this giant figure of what's almost looks like a Conan. It's almost kind of has a futuristic He-Man look a little bit with the arm bracers, but the sword looks really good there in that scene. And I just want to throw that out there. I like the whole toy thing they have going on with that because this is a very toyetic thing. Masters of the Universe, obviously.
You can't do that.
Don't worry. Where's my...
Another shot of Castle Grayskull there. And the sorceress there. I love the girl they had playing Teela. I looked at her IMDb. The girl in those pictures, I'll probably post it up on here. It kind of doesn't really look like her in this. I guess they did something different with her hair, but I think she looks really good. I like the look of Teela in this. I love the look they did with Prince Adam. So let's move on though. And I believe this shot right here looks really good. Roboto is a little bit different looking, obviously, kind of a lot different. That I think I forgot what her name is from Bridesmaids. I forgot her name. Anyways, I guess it's a female. I don't know if she's going to do the voice regular, or if it's going to be kind of cybernetic, robotic. Ezra Alba Ezra, however you say his name. The Man at Arms looks really good. I love him. I know this sounds terrible. I just watched Dark Towers about a month ago. I know a lot of people didn't like it. There's probably people that didn't like it, read the book, and it's kind of like, this isn't enough. So, but to me, I really liked the movie because I didn't read the book. So I know of it. In the scene, we got Prince Adam looking good. Tila, like I said before, I love the look they did with her, and Cringer looking really good. Obviously, not Battle Cat yet. CGI cat. Hopefully, it looks good in the movie and it doesn't kind of take us out of it, but we'll see. Castle Grayskull shot again. Man at Arms. I know we get a shot of Skeletor here. Spikor, Fisto looking good. Trap Jaw, man, there goes Beast Man. The Trap Jaw, I'm like super glad. I really hope we get some. I hope Trap Jaw's involvement in it is a little more than just a few scenes. Beast Man, you gotta have those heavy hitters. Beast Man, Evelyn, Trap Jaw, Triclops, which I haven't seen Triclops in this. They gotta have him. If they don't, hopefully he'll be in the sequel. But those are the main guys. So I'm glad that though we see Fisto. Spikor, it seems like they're trying to make him a thing sometimes. And some of the other stuff, he kind of came along later on in the cartoon series. You didn't really see him, and I don't think you really saw him until like the Christmas special or something. So we'll move on here. Evelyn looking good. Oh yeah. And here it goes. That shot is really good. I love that. I love the way he sounds when he says, "I have the power." Snake Mountain, Skeletor coming in there, looking good. And I just stopped it at a perfect spot there so I can see He-Man. I don't know if I'll be able to y'all see it the way I see it, but it looks good. Skeletor looks really good. I've thought this the whole time though. They should have gone with his outfit that comes all the way down and across with the bones and the jewel right here. Maybe even like the horde emblem a little bit there, kind of teased just a little bit, just vaguely. Skeletor, don't get me wrong, he looks good, but I think he would look better. He just looks kind of naked right here. I don't know if they did that on purpose or if we're going to get something more later. So, looks like it'll be in June we'll be seeing it. So, all right. Well, that was the preview. It looks really good. I'm super excited about the movie. I don't know what else to say. Except maybe what do you guys think? Put some comments down below. Let me know what y'all think. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Are you going to go see it in the theater? I know I'm bad about not going to the theaters myself. So, but anyways, I'm gonna let y'all go. Hopefully, we'll see some more good stuff come about of it. Y'all just hit me with that like and a comment that helps out the channel, and also we'll have a little pop up there if you want to buy us a cup of coffee. You don't have to do any of that stuff, but it does help out the channel and all that kind of good stuff. So y'all have a good one. Good journey, as they say. Later.